Once upon a time, a forester ventured deep into the woods to hunt. As he walked beneath the ancient trees, a strange sound pierced the quiet of the forest, a child's cry, high and distressed. He followed the sound, his senses alert, and it led him to a towering tree. There, perched precariously on one of the highest branches, was a tiny baby. The forester was puzzled. How could a child end up so high? He soon pieced it together. A mother must have fallen asleep at the base of the tree with her baby. Then, a large bird of prey, perhaps an eagle, must have spotted the infant, swooped down, and carried it away to this treetop nest. Without a moment's hesitation, the forester began to climb. He carefully navigated the branches, reached the crying child, and brought him safely back to the ground. Holding the little boy, he thought, I'll take him home. He can grow up with my own daughter, Lina. And so he did. The forester took the baby home, and the two children, his daughter Lina and the boy from the tree, grew up side by side. Because he was found after a bird carried him off. The boy was named Fundevogel, which means Bird-Foundling. Fundevogel and Lina became inseparable. They shared a bond so deep and pure that they felt lost and sad whenever they were apart. Their days were filled with laughter and shared secrets, a perfect childhood companionship. But a shadow lurked in the forester's home in the form of an old cook. This cook was a cruel and secretive woman. One evening, Lina noticed the cook behaving strangely. She was carrying 2 heavy pails of water from the spring, not just once, but over and over again, back and forth, filling a massive cauldron in the kitchen. Lina, curious and a little uneasy, approached her. "Old Sanna," she asked, "why are you fetching so much water tonight?" The old cook's eyes darted around. She leaned in close and whispered, "If you promise to never, ever tell a soul, I will tell you." Lina, not knowing the darkness in the old woman's heart, gave her word. The cook's voice dropped to a sinister hiss. "Tomorrow morning, when the forester is away on his hunt, I will heat this water. When it is boiling, I will throw Fundevogel in and cook him." Lina was horrified. She could barely sleep that night, the cook's terrible words echoing in her mind. Early the next morning, just as the first light touched the sky, she heard her father getting ready. The sound of his footsteps fading as he left for the hunt was a signal of imminent danger. She immediately woke Fundevogel. Her voice was trembling. "Fundevogel," she whispered urgently, "promise you will never leave me, and I will never leave you." Fundevogel, still half asleep, looked into her frightened eyes and replied without hesitation, "Neither now nor ever will I leave you, Lina." Reassured by his loyalty, Lina told him everything. Last night, old Sanna was bringing endless buckets of water into the house. I asked her why, and she made me promise not to tell. She said that this morning, after Father leaves, she's going to boil you in the big kettle. We have to run, Fundevogel. We have to get up now, get dressed, and escape together. Panic seized them, but they didn't waste a second. They scrambled out of bed, threw on their clothes as quickly as they could, and slipped out of the house into the cool morning air, hand in hand. They ran as fast as their little legs could carry them, away from the house and towards the safety of the forest. Back at the cottage, the fire under the great kettle was roaring. The water began to bubble and steam. The wicked cook, rubbing her hands in anticipation, went to the children's bedroom to snatch Fundevogel. But when she threw back the covers, the beds were empty. Both children were gone. A wave of cold fury washed over her. What will I say when the forester comes home? She hissed to herself. He'll see the children are missing. They must be found. They must be brought back at once. She immediately summoned 3 of the forester's servants. The children have run away. She shrieked, "Run after them, find them, and bring them back here. Don't you dare return without them." The 3 servants, eager to please the fearsome cook, set off at a full sprint, their eyes scanning the path leading away from the house. Meanwhile, Fundevogel and Lina had reached the edge of the forest. They paused to catch their breath, their hearts still pounding. Looking back, they saw 3 figures in the distance, running towards them. It was the servants. "Lina," said Fundevogel, his voice filled with determination. "Never leave me, hey? And I will never leave you." Lina squeezed his hand and replied, "Neither now nor ever." Her mind raced. She suddenly knew what to do. "Fundevogel," she cried, "you become a rose tree, and I will be the single rose upon it." In an instant, the transformation happened. When the 3 servants arrived at the spot, the children were gone. All they could see was a small, delicate rose tree with a single, perfect red rose blooming on its branches. They looked everywhere behind the trees. Under the bush spot, there was no sign of the children. Confused, one of them said, "Well, there's nothing here. We've lost them." Disappointed, they trudged back home and reported to the cook. "We saw nothing," they told her. "Nothing but a little rose bush with 1 rose on it." The old cook flew into a rage. "You simpletons! You fools! Ah!" she screamed, her face turning purple. "You should have chopped down the rose bush. You should have plucked the rose and brought it back to me. Go back at once and do it. And don't come back empty-handed this time." So the 3 servants were forced to go out a second time. Back at the edge of the forest, the rose tree and the rose saw them coming again from a distance. Lina's voice, like a whisper on the wind, came from the rose. "Fundevogel, never leave me, and I will never leave you." And the rose tree, Fundevogel, replied, "Neither now nor ever." Lina had another idea. "This time," she said, "you become a church, and I will be the chandelier hanging inside it." Just as the servants reached the spot, the transformation occurred. Where the rose tree had stood, there was now a small stone church. The servants peered inside through a window and saw nothing but pews, an altar, and a great glittering chandelier hanging from the ceiling. They were completely bewildered. "What are we supposed to do with this?" one asked. "Let's just go home," another sighed. When they returned to the cook, she was practically breathing fire. "Did you find them?" she demanded. "No," they stammered. "We found nothing but a church this time, with a big chandelier inside." The cook's fury exploded. "You idiots! Why didn't you tear the church down?" Why didn't you rip out the chandelier and bring it to me?" She had had enough of their incompetence. "Useless. All of you. I'll go myself." And so, the old cook heaved herself to her feet and lumbered after the children, with the 3 weary servants trailing behind her. From their hiding place, Lina and Fundevogel saw them coming. The 3 servants were in the lead, but behind them, waddling as fast as she could, was the unmistakable figure of the evil cook. Lina's voice was firm. "Fundevogel, never leave me, and I will never leave you," he replied, his own voice steady, neither now nor ever. Lina knew this was their last chance. "Listen carefully," she said. "You must become a fish pond, and I will be the duck swimming upon it." Instantly, the children vanished, and in their place lay a wide, shimmering pond. A single white duck floated peacefully on its surface. A cook and her servants arrived, hot and thirsty from their long pursuit. When the cook saw the cool, inviting water of the pond, she cackled. "Finally! I'm so thirsty, I could drink this whole pond dry." She knelt at the edge of the water, leaning over to take a huge gulp. But just as her lips touched the surface, the little duckliness swam over with incredible speed. With a powerful lunge, she grabbed the cook's head in her beak and pulled with all her might. The wicked old woman, caught completely by surprise, lost her balance and tumbled headfirst into the deep water. "Kay!" She thrashed and struggled, but the duck held her fast. "Kay!" The servants watched in horror as the old witch was pulled under and drowned in the very pond she had meant to drink. With their enemy gone forever, the pond and the duck transformed back into Fundevogel and Lina. They looked at each other, their faces breaking into wide, relieved smiles. They were safe. Together, they turned and walked all the way back home, hand in hand, their hearts full of joy and relief. They knew that as long as they had each other, they could overcome anything, and they lived happily and peacefully from that day on. And if they haven't passed away, they are living still. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic tales.